What's going on, you guys? Today I'm just going to be doing a YouTube video on how to cosplay as Michael Myers from 1978's Halloween. So let's get right into the mask. Now there's a bunch of different options that you can choose with the mask. The first option being obviously the Trick or Treat Studios 1978 mask, which looks like this. And for the money, it's actually pretty damn good. However, there are more options other than this, but if you see the sculpt of this and you're like, damn, I really love the sculpt of it and I just need a better paint job, then there are routes to go with that as well. The first route is to find someone you know, and like an artist or whatever, and you message them and be like, hey, I want you to rehold my mask, here's how I want you to do it, and then you send it to them and they'll do the best they can to get it the way you want it. So, and then the other option is get an airbrush, get your choices of the flesh tone, because there's a lot of debate in the Michael Myers community where nobody really knows what the actual flesh tone on the actual Kirk mask was, so that's really up to you and how you like your flesh tone. And then obviously white, and then you just airbrush those on. Of course white on top of the flesh color because the Captain Kirk was spray painted. And then, you know, you weather it however you want it to be weathered. The hair is obviously your choice as well. I am getting an airbrush soon, and that's exactly what I'm going to do to this. If you guys want a video, click the like button, and I will get that out to you. But yeah, this hair doesn't come styled like this, though. This is something that I took the time out of my day doing, and it took a minute for me to realize how I wanted the hair. So this hair is really messed up, and probably needs a rehair, but I'm not gonna do anything like that until I have more money, and yeah. But anyway, glue lines are right there. It comes with this like bluish weathering effect, and I'm not really the biggest fan of it. In fact, I'm not really a big fan of this paint job. It's good enough for the price. Let's go to the other option. The other option is, of course, the Tots Elrod and or Boogeyman. This is the same exact sculpt of the Boogeyman, so the hair again does not come styled like this with the Elrods. I did that myself. Again, you can keep it as is, or you can get an airbrush and just start painting it however you like to. But yeah, this is a really nice mask. I highly recommend one of these if you aren't looking to spend a lot of money, so definitely look into that. I would have recommended the Tots H2 Hospital mask, but that's not really, it's not in the shape of an H1, no pun intended. What I mean by that is it's wider than even the Tots 78 mask. It's got the Warlock stretch to it, as opposed to a Castle stretch, so that's why I don't recommend it. But you go either way. You can purchase any mask you want to. It's just my personal opinion is that doesn't go with that. But anyway, if you wanted to step up, you know, actually step away from the budget masks for a minute, here's another option for you. This is the Handy Boy Studios H-Man. This was originally a blank, and it was painted by Alex Johnson. And don't mind the string coming out of it, that's just my stuffing. But anyway, I highly recommend this mask for anybody who's taking their first step into the independent mask artist area. I'm not sure how much the blank is, though, but I'm sure they're not as much as the regular H-Mans that Nick does, so I would message him and ask him how much he would charge for one of these. I bought this from a friend, and he only charged me about $200 for this. Now these masks normally go from $300 to $350 depending on which one you go with. But I was lucky enough to find this mask, and I could not be happier. But yeah, let's go to the next mask. Obviously, if you guys have been on my Instagram lately, you know how in love I am with this mask. This is the Night Owl Creep, and this mask is pretty freaking sweet. Now, this mask retails for about $350 brand new, including shipping. But other than that, it's a perfect mask. The shading on, I'm trying to look at it as you guys are looking at it. The shading right here is my favorite part, by far. This hair is amazing. Justin absolutely kills the sculpt, like always. Even with his Tots masks, I love Justin's sculpts. But yeah, he just absolutely freaking kills this. That has 78 all over it, and I cannot be happier with it. If you wanted a blank, I don't know how much those would be or if they even offer blanks, but I'm assuming it would be around the $90 mark. So, yeah, but this mask is beautiful, and this is going to stay in my collection for a very, very, very long time. So, yeah, that's the creep. But, again, there are many other options. I'm just going through the options that I have. There is Nag, which is Nico's Treehouse. I definitely recommend him if you are looking to get into the more expensive route. But I do warn you, though, some of his masks range from the $350, not including shipping, to the $600 mark. Now, I was originally going to get a PS78, which I still plan on getting, but I learned that the Nag PS78 was $595. And I don't know. I don't agree with spending that much money on a latex mask, especially one that's going to rot anyway. But I carefully preserve my masks. I'd much rather that isn't your first mask because, your first independent mask, because it's very, very expensive. Thanks, asshole with the car. Anyway, it gets very, very expensive. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to last you a very, 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 very long time compared to latex, I definitely recommend the Handy Boy Studios Dead Ringer mask that comes with latex or Permatex. Now, what Permatex is it's kind of like latex, only a bit firmer, and it's not natural, which means it's not going to rot or anything like that. Even if you're wearing it, or even if it's in the sunlight, this mask will not melt. So I definitely recommend that, and yeah, let's get into the knife. The knife that I recommend is a Trick or Treat Studios 1978 knife. And I've been getting a lot of people saying on my videos that this knife is super big, especially on my Instagram account, where people are like, dang, this should be a machete. I feel like this knife actually isn't big enough, because I think in the original, the knife was actually a little bit longer than this, so it'd be about like right here. So, but this is nice either way. It's a nice durable, plastic. You can hold it, you got the H1 poses, and it's really reflective, like you said, or like you see. But yeah, it's a really, really nice knife, and it's cheap too compared to the independent artists. But yeah, I just use this for pictures and Halloween, and I don't ever take these to conventions just because it causes a problem for my experience, and it causes a problem for the security. So I don't recommend that you bring this. I just recommend a cheap plastic one just for safety reasons. But yeah, now that we got all the stuff out of the way, all the non-clothing stuff out of the way, let's get into the coveralls. So, for the coveralls, I highly recommend the red cap coveralls, which is what these are. They're very nice, very durable kind of material, and it won't rip on you at all. I mean, unless you force it to, but even then. These are a size 42 long. I suggest getting longs in your size because on the H1 coveralls it comes with this, or the original H1 coveralls had this flap on this is the right breast pocket, and yeah, if you're gonna cosplay H1, then I highly recommend adding this. What I did was, when I got long, the pant legs were too long for me. So what I did was, I cut the ends of the pant leg off, and then I used it for the right breast pocket. And I just sewed it on there. You can tell that's kind of crooked, but it's okay, because I might be getting a pair of actual, like, Sears coveralls in the future, but not right now. I've got more stuff to worry about. But yeah, these are very, very nice. And it just looks nice overall with your H1s. These are Postman Blue. I got this color just because, you know, in the correct lighting it looks like the pair of H1 coveralls that they had. And in pictures you can't really tell what color they are, which is what I like, because, you know, even now, people don't know what color the coveralls were, or what even brand it was. So, yeah, I have people asking me all the time what H1 coveralls I use. They're red caps with the flap I made myself. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. If you want a costume shop video, I highly recommend checking out my Creep unboxing, and that's for the best one that I have. So check that out. Like the video, follow me on Instagram at TheHorrorFreakTV, and I'll see you guys in the next video.